A very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second round of the Digitraqz F3 Challenge 2024. First round was a very successful and very exciting round with lots of overtaking and exciting battles at the circuit of Imola. Today we are in Canada, close to Montreal, at the Circuit Gille Villeneuve. Of course, I am again accompanied by my StarGrid TV colleague, Ronald Mons.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Jean. Thank you all for tuning back in what is going to be probably another exciting race at, like Jean said, the Circuit I always say Jack, but it's Gille Villeneuve. Gilles is the father and Jack is the son. And it stays in the family, but again, it's a different name. So yeah, welcome in Canada. And maybe we could have a look at the current championship standings. Let's have a look at the silver standings. And there we can see that Matthias Lorijs is leading. Next is Sam Puttevils. Lorenz de Vlieger is in P3. Nestor de la Fuente is on the 4th position. Matthias Jacobs 5th. Jonas Roel 6th. Julien Agneses 7th. Kenny Liebert 8th, Brent White 9, Gilles Philippart 10, Jarno Leret 11, and 12 is Brian Hall. And then we have Flavio Romano. And then we could have a look at the gold standings, where we see Maarten Dekes leading after a strong performance in Imola. Next we have Maxime Robroek, Alexis de Klerk, Sergio Gonzalez, Brian Talatizzi, Dieter Aerts, Yannick Willems, Hans Poelmans, Tino Alvarez, Thomas Gallois, Nathan Lavanini. Okay, I still need to practice that one. And then we have Peter Gosses, who is new to the series, and he is racing for the first time this championship. So this evening is his maiden race in the championship. And let's have a look at the current time of the qualifying. It's in the final stages of qualifying, so we will have a race on our hands very soon.
Yes, and just like in the first round, it was Maarten Dekes taking away pole position. Alexis de Klerk was on a very good time, running a very good time there, but Maarten Dekes overtook his time in his final lap. With a 1 minute 30 seconds 0.5, so only 200ths of a second apart from Alexis de Klerk. Also, Maxime Robroek, very strong there, showed up at the top of the leaderboard just a little bit before when you were talking about the standings. They Maarten and Maxime provided some very strong battles as well in the beginning of the first round. But Maarten Dekes took his first victory in this championship with a 16-second gap in the end. Let's have a look who's still on the track here. That's Matthias Lorijs still on track. First time it was good for a 4th position in silver class with a 1 minute 31.6, but still going for it. Not sure.
I think he's
It's his out in lap maybe.
Yeah, just probably checking some stuff, but I don't think he's on a hot lap, as they say. This
It's
is
a solo qualifying, like in the official iRacing series. That's why you don't see many cars on the track. Matthias Lorijs still the only car on the track right now. 19 drivers showed up to the grid.
And also, Matthias is stopping the car, and that means that we have a little bit of time before we go to the grid, and that also means that we still have to wait on the official results. We can't show them yet because we have to wait until the session is completely finished. It's a it feels like a street circuit. We were talking about that before the race, before the broadcast, and it feels a bit like a street circuit. And it could well be, like you said, John, that it once originated as a street kind of circuit, but it definitely feels as one still, with all the walls
Wikipedia
close.
says it's a street circuit, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's really up to date.
I don't think it's open to the public at the moment, actually. I think it's a closed track, but yeah, like we said, it definitely feels like a street circuit with all the walls being quite close. One of the most famous walls is the Wall of Champions, when you exit the last chicane before you go on to the start-finish. That's one.
It's a circuit with lots of straights, so I think there's going to be a lot of slipstream and possibly a lot of overtaking in the braking zones.
Yeah, there's a very long straight before the final chicane, and that means you really have to have a good exit coming out of the hairpin, which is not always. It's not an easy corner, and there we have the results. Go ahead, Sean.
Yes, in the silver class, we have 8 drivers today, and the fastest one of them is Jonas Roels with a 1 minute 30.8. Very fast time. It's good for a 4th position overall as well, so he gets to place his car on the 2nd row. Next to him, behind him will be Nestor de la Fuente, followed by Sam Puttevils, Matthias Laurijs. 5th is for Kenny Liebert from KGL Sim Racing, followed by Matthias Jacobs, Julien Agnesens, and Gilles Philippaerts.
Yeah, next we have the gold qualifying results. On pole position, Maarten Dekens, followed by Alexis de Klerk. Maxime Robroek takes 3rd. Yannick Willems in 4th place. Sergio Gonzalez 5th. Hans Poelman 6th. Tino Alvarez 7th. 8th is Brian Talatidzi. Peter Goossens 9th. Dieder Aerts in 10th position. And then we have in 11th place Thomas Gallois.
We're still waiting for a couple of drivers to show up on the grid. The front row is still absent. So we will have a look and see if we can... Ooh. That's better.
Yeah, they probably don't want to waste any fuel on the grid and try to show up as late as possible. But we are getting ready. And it's a go. And looks like a good start of the front row, but also... oh! I was just saying Maxime Robroek going for 2nd place immediately. He had a very good start as well. We do have some crashes going on, I'm afraid, but we'll have to follow the leaders at the moment. While Maarten Dekens leads the way before Maxime Robroek, followed by Alexis de Klerk, who's going for an overtake on the inside, and he gets the move done.
De Klerk and Robroek really not losing any time on this Monday evening, right before Christmas, so not giving any presents to each other, I assume.
So up front, everybody is getting away quite... Oh, that's also very close. Hans Poelman's feeling Brian Talatidzi almost. First time for the hairpin, and that's also a very heavy braking zone, and also one with a lot of opportunities to overtake.
Both Brian and Hans Poelmans on the inside there in the braking zone with a successful overtake. Or was it? I think it was Hans Poelmans and Peter Goossens with the maneuver. The man on the debut with a mission. I think that was the Wall of Champions they just went through.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it was.
Well, they didn't go through the wall, they passed the wall, and another move, a very late lunge.
Very late
Oh,
lunge, but
and
got a little bit too wide there, and that gives the opportunity again to Peter Goossens. to take back the position. So it's going to be a very long battle. It seems, especially with the slipstream. So they'll manage to keep closer to each other. Maarten Dekens and Alexis de Klerk also very close to each other. Let's go and have a look. Only 4 tenths away, especially with the slipstream. The tenths are fading away.
And we have a nice camera angle here. Yeah, it's very important for Alexis to keep close to Maarten when he goes into the hairpin, because up next is a long straight, and that's where you can go for the overtake if you're close to the other car and can use a slipstream. He's probably getting closer, but I don't think he's going to make it before the chicane, although he's getting closer. But it's still too far, but he's definitely showing Maarten, okay, I'm coming for you, my friend. No time to rest for Maarten as he is chased by Alexis de Klerk. And then we have Maxime Robroek in 3rd place.
We must have lost the leader in silver class at the start, because I see that Jonas Schulz has dropped back to the last position on the grid. He's still driving though, so he's not in the pit lane, but he must have had some kind of incident at the start. We'll have to review later on when the race is cooling down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like Dekens and de Klerk, we don't have any time to lose right now.
No, and there is also quite a battle going on in between P8, 9 and 10th. They're close to each other as well. As we see Yannick Willems and also Peter Gosses. It's a nice train of cars. This could become interesting going into the hairpin again.
And it's hard to see on the standings on the screen, but it is Peter Gosses followed by Thomas Gallois in gold class, but Kenny Liebert from KGL Sim Racing is riding between them, the number 13 car,
yeah.
The white, red, gray one.
He is currently leading his class as well.
Again through the wall.
Yeah, I think this could be a chance for Kenny Liebert to get closer to Peter, because I think Peter had a bit of a slower exit. Whoa, and overshoots the corner there, Kenny. And that makes him lose another place maybe to Thomas Gallois. Yeah. Of course, in different classes.
Yeah, different class, so it's not really a battle, but it's still nice to see them racing and just not giving up too easily.
No, and it's always an advantage if you can keep somebody of another class between you and your next competitor. And being his next competitor is actually his teammate, which is Julien Agneses. So team orders might come into play here.
Team orders might be in favor of Kenny because he's the boss.
Yeah, he's in charge. The head honcho.
Let's have a look at Tino Alvarez following his teammate Nestor de la Fuente. They are in different classes, but they are very close to each other, as well in the circuit as in race pace. I think Tino had I think both of them had an incident at the start. They both dropped back quite some positions, right as well as the third Spaniard, Sergio González Martín. He also dropped back 9 positions, but has a very good slipstream right now. That's Matthias Jacobs in front of him from silver class.
Yeah, who's also driving for KGL at the moment. Oh, I thought he was going to lose a rear there, but a very tight line by Sergio González Martín, and he goes by Matthias. Of Matthias.
Ooh, Julien and Kenny are getting closer and closer to each other. Less than half a second, 3/10 now. And the slipstream is really in favor of Agnesis. A little bit too wide there.
Yeah.
But that's nowhere he can make up for it on the straight. Just has to make sure to stay away from Matthias Laures, who is in P3 in silver class, because he's going to join into the slipstream very soon.
Maybe we could have a look at the start again, because there was some chaos, I guess. It's a very difficult first couple of corners.
Yes, I was just going back to the start. Let me see. And I'm focusing on Jonas Rules right now, who's in 4th position. The blue and orange car there.
Oh, he gets stacked from behind. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's chaos.
Yeah, and that's what happened. So just one incident, but at that location, and then you can see indeed some cars had to go off track to avoid even more damage.
Let's do that again, but focus on Nestor de la Fuente this time, the number 69 car. He also lost his nose there, I think. Ooh, over the curb. Yeah, too late.
Oh. And they get entangled a little bit as well. So, yeah, that's what happened at the start. That's why we have a little bit of a mix going on.
Indeed, Sam Puttevils also lost quite some positions in his class. I think he lost 4 positions. So that's a very unfortunate event. I think he was... yeah, he was on the podium last race. He took 2nd place. So he has the race pace. He just has to make up for it. It won't be easy, but it's possible. Here's the battle between Agnesis and Laures.
A bit of a slide of Laures there.
Yep, that's gonna cost him a couple of tenths.
And we also have a battle going on between Digitraqz and I believe Yannick Willems. And Peter Goossens mostly. And that's just in front of Thomas Gallois, Kenny Liebert and Julien Agnesis, followed by Matthias Laures as well. So at the moment we are getting a bit of some rest. Everybody is settling in a rhythm. It's not so not a difficult track to get memorized, but it's quite a technical track with all the chicanes, and they're very high-speed chicanes, I would say. And then
yeah, you really have to nail the corners, or you'll lose everything on the straights.
Yeah, and the walls are very, very close.
Digitraqz really trying to get away from Peter Goossens, the newbie in the championship. Managed to win 2 or 3 tenths at the Wall of Champions, but they're gonna stay close for a while. I feel. Oh, there might that be a slowdown?
Yeah, I think so. I was checking the times and I could see the time drop, and indeed, that must have been a slowdown.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it looked like number 29. It's hard to see the car number. Is it Yannick Willems in between them? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's Yannick Willems. Okay. So I thought it was a left car for a second, but
No, it's definitely
Nine
for
laps.
position, this one. And again, we head towards the hairpin, so that could be the place for Yannick Willems to try to make a move. He's making himself noticed by, but not going for a move yet. Although he's very close, and this could be the moment of truth for him in the slipstream.
besides each other at the Wall of Champions.
Oh,
Very aggressive over the curves
yes,
there.
indeed, and
Not
a bit of a
sure if
lock-up
that's-
for Digitraqz as well.
Yeah, and that puts his position in danger for Peter Goossens. Yeah, he's coming to the inside right now, but he's just not there yet. Wide entry of Digitraqz because he saw that Goossens would make a move, but he was able to stay in front.
I think Goossens has a better exit at the moment. Digitraqz a little bit defensive at the moment, but yeah, Goossens is through.
Yeah, he was through,
He
but
was
still side
through,
by side.
but he is
got
the inside.
Very good battle, but they both compromised the exit just a little bit.
Yeah, but
So
Goossens
that
is,
means that Willems can get away quite easily, and the battle continues.
and Digitraqz is in the slipstream. Goossens going defensive quite early. And Dieter has to bail out. Could go for a move this time again. This time it's the other way around. Very nice battle.
Nice overtake, but now I feel like Goossens had a little bit of a better exit. But that doesn't matter because there's a chicane. Oh, a little bit aggressive there. He did lose a couple of tenths because I think he put his tire on the grass there.
Yeah. And that is giving Thomas Galois the opportunity to get back as well.
Yes, thanks to the battle between Aerts and Willems. The battle continued between Aerts and Goossens, and now Thomas Galois will try to join in as well. He's getting really close. He's followed by Kenny Liebert, the leader in silver class, the number 13 car. Such a sketchy chicane.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I wanted to say Wall of Champions, but I almost said the Wall of Death.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that's what it feels like in a Formula car.
We have to check the advertising somewhere, apparently.
Yeah, I was just reading the same
I haven't
thing.
seen it yet, so
I also read in the chat, also from Stefan, that it really is
yeah,
a street circuit
indeed.
apparently, and it's the section. I think it's the section after this chicane,
Yeah, this could
where
be a
there is a
road.
bridge.
They yeah.
And if you look up a map of the circuit, you can see that there is indeed a piece that can be used as a street.
Not everybody is using the curbs on the exit, apparently. That was quite nice to see from that camera angle. Oh, very close.
Ooh. GoDaddy.com, maybe that's your your publicity.
This could be the opportunity for Thomas. Oh, over the grass.
Oh,
Overshooting the corner a little bit, but keeping it on the inside for the first part of the corner. And now the question for Kenny Liebert is, am I going to be involved in this, or am I just going to keep my nose out of it and just protect my first position in silver class?
almost side by side. Gilles is on the outside there, focusing on the exit of the chicane here. But indeed, some of the drivers play it safe and don't take much of the exit curb. Now again, he has to have a good entry. Oh, a little bit of a
late lockup. Yeah, it's really a corner where you have to get the exit right and not try to do to force anything going too deep into the corner. If you can outbrake somebody before the corner, that will work. But just closing the gap mid-corner is probably not always the best thing to do. You just have to make sure that the exit is right.
Also in silver class, there is a battle going on, or almost a battle going on. Oh, very close to each other there, Gilles and Galois. So as I was saying, there's a battle approaching between Liebert, Agnesis, and Laurès, the three podium drivers in silver class. And in the meanwhile, the battle between Galois and Gilles also continues.
Yeah, so far, actually, I think Liebert is staying out of the battle in front of him, but that could mean that he's getting a bit slower, and that's why Julien Agnesis and Matthias Laurès are able to get back and get close again.
Indeed, you can see the number 41 car of Agnesis approaching quite quickly. Lap by lap, he's getting closer. Now just half second, a little bit less than half. Oh, there's some oversteer. That's probably the commentator's curse. I'm very sorry about that. I jinxed it.
Well, he didn't hit the wall, so it was just too soon, too much power.
Indeed, just a small mistake, but it's going to cost him a lot of time.
Yeah.
He's still... No, he's not. He's just out of the podium. He's in 4th position, 10 seconds behind, so he lost 10 seconds. Quite unfortunate, but he still has 31 laps to make up for it, so no worries. We are just nearing 1/3 of the race. And he has a clear track as well, so no need to worry.
I do wonder about tire management actually, because I have seen a lot of slides already.
I know one thing for certain, and that is that Hans Poelmans will definitely take tires this time after his small fiasco last race where he had a couple of spins because he didn't take tires. And if I am correctly, these cars can fuel and change tires at the same time without losing too much extra time. Gilles Villeneuve approaching the rear wing of Laurès after starting last on the grid, made up 7 positions, and is now almost ready to join the battle. I see that there's been a crash. Let's have a quick look at it. That's Sergio González Martin, the number 55 car.
That's towards the hairpin.
Oh,
yeah.
That's quite the same mistake as Agnes's. Quick rejoin, safe as well, so...
Yeah, Agnes's was on the power. I think this was more while braking, but indeed, almost exactly the same result. Oh, and another slide of Gilles Villeneuve as well.
I think that Sergio González Martin overcooked his tires a little bit because one lap prior to the mistake we just saw, he had another one in the timing. Let's have a quick look.
Whoa!
That's a... Oh, yeah. So he did hit the wall.
But not the one, not the champion's wall. This is just the normal people wall he hit.
The normal people wall. Nice. Nestor de la Fuente side by side here with is it Sam Puttevils? Yes, it's Sam Puttevils.
Yes.
Very good attempt to pass. Didn't really make it stick, but he's on the inside right now, approaching the Wall of Champions. Let's see. He has to take some curb here. Yeah, he does. Makes it work. Goes to the left of the track immediately to defend. So let's have a look if Sam Puttevils can make a move on the outside. Very difficult. Ooh!
Oof. Yes, indeed, Maarten Dekens still leading the race. I almost said as usual because but we just had one race before this one, so it's a bit early to say as usual. But again, he is definitely doing a stellar job.
Yeah, but I understand. He led the whole race. I think I think there was one overtake of Maxime Robroek maybe, and then they overtook each other again.
Yep.
So, but very strong performance again today.
Yeah, and strong team performance as well. As we see that Maarten Dekens is leading and Maxime Robroek is 3rd place. Hans Poelmans is in 4th. So strong team performance at the moment by Flemish Sim Sports.
Yeah, all 4 of the Flemish Sim Sports cars in gold are in the top 10. And as well in the silver class, there is the Flemish Sim Sports from Philippaerts in a 3rd position.
Oh, he's going for a move. Philippaerts on Matthias Laurès, and he made it stick. Yep. Oh, that was... yeah, he is definitely really sliding at the moment.
Exactly, you hear lots of tire scrubbing,
yeah.
So I guess they won't wait too long to make a pit stop.
Maybe it would be nice to have a look at the overtake again. And again, he's sliding out of the corner. No mercy for the tires on that car. That's clear. Yeah. Was side by side and then in the braking zone, and Lores knew he could not do much about it. But yes, indeed, in second place in silver class at the moment, coming from behind of the backside of the grid. Yeah, I think plan C is out of the window, and I think we are now looking at plan D.57XO. As again, we saw him have a bit of a slide in that first couple of corners.
The thing you just said sounds like a name Elon Musk would give to his child.
Yes.
It's a very warm track though, 41 degrees Celsius. Yeah. That's not good for tire management.
No. Yeah, I have to. That's a good remark, Anton. Yeah. Yeah, we're not even halfway at the moment. 20 laps in, and we have 46 to do in total.
I see that Sergio Gonzalez Martin has been in the pit lane for quite some time now. I'm not sure if he's given up or that he is repairing some damage.
I think he had a crash.
We
yeah, it was probably had some damage with
the wall.
Yeah, the wall, and then maybe some suspension damage as well.
Another small off track from Jonas Rols. Let's have a look. Oh, some oversteer.
Ooh, that's a slowdown as well.
Entry, and he's gonna have a slowdown indeed as well. Oof.
Yeah.
Lots of sliding for Philippe Arts.
Oof. Bit of a lockup as well.
A minor mistake for Kenny Liebert, and that meant that Philippas gained half a second in the last corner and is gaining even more now. Almost 2/10 on the straight here, approaching the wall of champions. He's not gonna make a move right now, but if he has a good
very
exit
late break. Breaking
very late
off,
break, or very early of Kenny Liebert.
Yeah. But this is for P1 in silver class, so don't forget it's not two different classes. This is for P1 in silver between Gilles Villeneuve and Kenny Liebert. So far, Kenny had lots of opportunity to manage his tires. He did not have to fight very hard so far, but that's probably going to change very soon, I'm guessing.
I think this might be the time where he's going to make a move on the inside. You see him gaining a lot of time here. Side by side, let's see if he can make it through. He makes it through right before the chicane.
Yannick Willems on the inside. No, it's sorry, not Yannick, it's Matthias Laurijs.
It was Matthias Laurijs indeed, and
Gilles Villeneuve paying the price probably of his overcooked tires, or was it contact?
I'm not sure. We'll have to give give you the look again. Side by side with Agnesis, so that means Agnesis is back on the podium, but maybe not for long. After all, if I have to believe Anton in chat, this might be the home base of Gilles Villeneuve, Circuit Gille Villeneuve.
Now the real question is he the father or is he the son?
He might be the drunk uncle.
Well, he's a... Maybe we could have a look at what happened to Gilles. He was leading the silver class. I do think he spun on his own, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, spun on his own indeed. Very lucky that he didn't make any contact with Agnesis and Laurès because...
Yeah, I think he did well by keeping his foot down and spinning the car like that and making room for the other cars.
It was a very brave move of Laurès as well on the inside there. Very nice overtake. Exactly, it looks like the exit of the hairpin is a very tough corner there. Very prone to oversteer.
Yeah, especially if you're close to another car, you get really close to the other car. Okay, that's a bit of a... Not sure why... What Brian was doing there, actually.
He took an early pit stop. And that put him right in between the battle in silver class. And maybe he just wants to give some room, I'm not sure. To be honest, I wasn't really looking at the stream, I was looking at the timing at that moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a quick look at the Digitraqz, the number 93. He was having a battle with Alexis de Klerk. I'm not sure if Alexis has pitted already. No, he hasn't. That means he dropped back for some reason. Because he was in a third position, and that is now Hans Poelmans. Let me have a look. I see it in the timing. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I do have a pit entry for Alexis de Klerk, actually.
Yeah, you do? Okay.
Yeah. But that could maybe be... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I saw some passing. That's because the pit entry is extremely quick.
Yeah, indeed.
So that means an early pit stop for de Klerk. I'm not sure if anyone else in the top 5 has pitted.
Well, I would say no, but no.
Yeah, now I see it in the timing as well, the pit stop time.
Yeah.
Very short pit stop, 36.5 seconds. 5 seconds slower than Sam Putteville's though, so that might mean that Sam didn't take any tires, I'm not sure. I'm really curious about the pit lane time for Poelmans. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's not going to forget to take tires this time.
No, and as I was explaining with the hairpin, you're close to another car. If you're close to another car, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna overtake this one. I'm so close, and then you get too eager and you want too much, and you just overpower the car going out of the corner, and then yeah, a spin is very easy to achieve at that point. You really have to be. You really have to have patience.
Some other drivers entering pit lane, Digitraqz and Peter Golsens. Meanwhile, the battle between Liebert and Laurès is continuing, only half a second apart. We've seen a lot of changes in position for P2, but the only solid position is P1 for the moment. Kenny Liebert really not giving up.
Yeah, and at the moment, because of the pit stops, we have now 3 Flemish Sim Sports cars leading the race, actually.
Exactly. Top 3 is Flemish Sim Sports. Not in silver class though, because Philippe Arts is in pit lane. Van Putteville's passing Pieter Goossens, the silver driver versus the gold driver. The gold driver being Pieter Goossens, who just made a pit stop.
Yeah, they both already did a pit stop, actually.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, so now we have Maarten Dekens in pit lane as well.
A new race leader.
Indeed.
The Digitraqz Sim Racing team, Yannick Willems. I think in the previous round there was also a Digitraqz driver staying out quite long compared to the leader Maarten Dekens, who came in at 26 laps, so still 20 laps to go. 19 after this one. Parts also did the pit stop. Kenny Liebert as well. The race leader at the start, Jonas Roels, also made his pit stop, but I'm not sure. I think that's his pit stop from in the beginning. Yeah, that's his pit stop from the first lap. So he still has to make a pit stop to make it to the end of the race.
Yeah, so far we only have... is it Matthias Lores? Is the only one who still needs to pit. At the moment, Yannick Willems is also... And Matthias Lores is also going into pit lane. So everybody is... has performed their pit stop or is performing the pit stop.
Pretty sure, yeah, Nestor Lafuente also needs to come in still.
Yeah, the regular pit stops. Indeed, you're correct. So this might be a good time to go through the order. As everybody is, when everybody is out of pit, we can have a look at standings. And is that Yannick Willems who's having some issues? Or was it Matthias Lores coming out of pit lane? It was Matthias Lores, yeah.
We can already have a look in the gold class because they have all pitted already, I think.
Something. Yeah, looks like we have a crash.
Yeah, Jonas Roels made a small mistake, I think. Oh, on pit exit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely due to cold tires.
No, not hitting the wall. Yeah.
Close call there.
Yes, indeed. And also, Sam Putteville's had an issue. Yeah, overshoots the corner. That's not the car you want to do some rallycross with.
Yeah, some fuel, some new fresh rubber.
Yeah, and
it's
hot
easy
track.
to make a mistake, especially in the braking. You really have to take account of the longer braking distance.
Yeah, Gilles Villeneuve also pitted. So leading the race is Maarten Dekes. In second place we have Alexis de Klerk. Or Alexis de Klerk.
Yeah, I think it's
Yes,
Alexis.
Alexis, indeed.
Should have been Leclerc.
Yeah. Also on the podium at the moment, as we are in the final half of the race, is Maxime Robroek. And in fourth place, it's his teammate Hans Poelmans.
With the fresh tires, I think, when I look at his pit stop time.
Yeah, or he went for a coffee, I don't know. I don't have any coffee time column here in my timing, but yeah, you never know. In fifth, we have Brian Talatizi. In sixth, it is Yannick Willems. Then we have Dieter Aerts in seventh. And eighth place, Pieter Gosses, the newbie, so to speak, in the series. Thomas Galois, 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Tino Alvarez of KFM Motorsport.
Yep, I wanted to show his teammate Sergio Gonzalez Martin, but he's out of the race, unfortunately. Yeah. Had some bad luck at the start and then made some mistakes as well later on due to some cooked tires. Hit the opposing wall of the Wall of Champions. Let's have a look in silver class then. First position, still Kenny Liebert. From the start, almost, it was Jonas Roels taking pole position, but quite quickly after that was Kenny Liebert in the lead, and he managed to hold on to that lead for a very, very long time. 30 laps to be exact. Now it's Matthias Laurens in P2, followed quite closely by Gilles Villeneuve. Oh, almost made a move on the inside there at l'épingle, or the hairpin, as they say in English. And then in the fourth position, approaching here on the straight, is the number 41. That's Julien Agnesens, the Belgian driver for KGL Sim Racing, followed by Nestor de la Fuente, also KFM Motorsport. And then Sam Puttevils, who took these. Oh, that was.
Yeah, I think Nestor de la Fuente was also very close to the wall, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So Sam Puttevils, who took the second position in previous round. Oh, Matthias Jacobs, who is in. Who was at least in P7, is going into pit lane. So that means that Jonas Roels, the orange and blue car, is P7 in silver class. Oh, there has been a lead change. Look at it. Kenny Liebert, he is in third position. We're gonna have to have a look at that. Yeah, he must
slow down. I think.
Slow down. Yeah, I'll go back just a little bit more, just to be sure.
Oh yeah, and that's a slowdown.
A lock-up of the front right wheel. Had to take the slowdown, and that means that he lost position to Philipparts, and Laurens will have to fight back to get back on top of the grid.
Yeah, and after the last race, they could use a good result because they had some issues with a crash that happened. With a disconnect of somebody, some blinking, and then there were a few cars involved. couldn't do much about it, but it was just bad luck. So a nice result is welcome.
Absolutely, but you don't have to expect too much good luck when you're driving the number 13 car.
Ah, yeah.
He's done that to himself.
Yes.
So there's only one guy to blame. Look at the lap time.
Maybe he asked for a 31. No, it's the other way around. He asked for a 13, but he drew a 31, and now just guess the song.
Martin Dijk is really fast. His last time was a 1 minute 31. Now I'm doing the same mistake. Thanks. So yeah, his last lap time was a 1 minute 31.1, just 1/10 slower than the fastest lap time. Of course, he did take the newer tires, so he can start all over again. Didn't take any damage at all, so he's driving a fresh car with fresh rubber and a little bit less fuel than before.
Yes, we have a song, a lyrics winner, and it is Mr. Anton Dupin.
Dupin.
Dupin. Sorry. Oh, and we have another crash, unfortunately. Yeah, bad humor can cause crashes, so be careful out there. No, it's just
it's fine.
Yeah.
He'll just have to take the slowdown. Let's hope the fuel calculations are correct indeed, Kim. Don't want to have to slow down on the final lap and give away the positions they've been fighting for.
Well, Yannick Willems just set the fastest lap of the race, actually. A 1:31.03.
Amazing. He did pass Brian Talatizzi this lap as well, so maybe he made the best of that opportunity. He took a really big slipstream and then didn't make any mistakes for the rest of the lap.
Dupin. Okay.
Like Koekepan, indeed.
Yeah, it's because of the du. That's why you automatically switch to some French. Yeah, good performance by Yannick Willems at the moment, 5th.
Yeah, really using a lot of the curb on the exit there.
Yeah.
But not too much, not taking too much unnecessary risks, but really using the whole track. Okay, I'll give this one a try. Stefan says, the day you guys pronounce my name right in the broadcast, I'll buy the beers for the night. I think it's Stéphane Leguin, but correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm not wrong, pay me some beers. Ah, shit, it's still incorrect. He'll have to spell it phonetically then.
Well, he has to race if he wants us to spell his name right.
Also, yeah. There's been another crash from the Spaniard Tino Alvarez, and he had to jump to pits, so we'll have to have a
Never a
look
good
at that.
sign if you have to jump to...
Never a good...
Oh, there's...
Oh!
yeah.
That's a wing. And I don't see anything from before. That's the first thing I saw, so I can't get a view on the whole crash. Apparently we are all wrong, so I'm still not sure if he can pronounce his name correctly. The battle between Julien and Kenny is approaching.
Heating up, yeah.
Let's see Julien on the inside there. Kenny maybe trying to make a good exit here and take it back on the straight, but a very professional overtake on the inside there by Agnesis. He's going to have a little chat with the team boss at the end of the race, I guess.
Yeah, or maybe just planned it this way. So like, okay, you can try to have a go. I'm not getting closer at the moment, so you have a go, and I'll try to slipstream and follow. Could be a team decision as well. At the moment, this is still the closest battle on track.
Let's have a look on board. Oh, very close to the walls there. Yeah, he's going to have a go on the inside here, Kenny Lieberts. Might make it work. Yeah, he does. Now we just to focus on the exits. I'm not sure about you, but on my screen and on the broadcast, it did look like he hit the wall a little bit, Agnesis, but it might just have been a netcode or something as well. I'm not sure.
No, I didn't hear any scraping wall sound, so I don't think.
Yeah, me neither. But the car just bounced a little bit,
Yeah.
so it was a bit weird.
Yeah. And again, Agnes is trying to go for the gap. But we see Nestor de la Fuente getting closer as well.
Yeah, he's going to join in for the battle very soon. The more the guys battle
that
in
was
front.
also very close to the wall. On exit. Full in the slipstream at the moment.
Oh,
That's going to be a very ballsy move if you would try to do that, and
Yeah.
probably not gonna work either. So
exactly. That was never going to work.
No,
you
no.
you might use it to intimidate.
Yeah, definitely.
That could work.
yeah, and he gained a lot on the straight, so he's definitely getting back into the fight with these two, with Julien Agnesis and Kenny Liebert. Although Kenny is pulling away just slightly. And talking about slightly, also Gilles Villeneuve is pulling away slightly. Yeah, that was a bad entry for De La Fuente.
I must say the silver class is quite entertaining to watch today. Some very close racing, good opportunities to overtake. Oh, that was the wall. That was the wall. That's
that-
De La Fuente.
Yeah, he was really on the edge a couple of times already, and this could have been indeed a slight touch at least. Yeah, it can happen if you get too close to the other, or you're getting closer and you just want to do the overtake, and then you, like I said before, sometimes being too eager, and that's when mistakes creep in. And also creeping in is Julia Agnes is getting close to Kenny as well again. We might have a look at the fight with Yannick Willems as well. Although we do see a nice move, but yeah, that's not going to stick.
That's indeed not going to stick.
Although,
didn't he get a slowdown for it?
No, it was just yet. I don't think so.
Looks like a difficult corner, the hairpin.
Yeah, it is. And now we have a three-way battle going on. Everybody looking for position. 3 wide.
3 wide. Don't do this, guys.
Oh! That's going to be a slowdown for Julia Agnes, who remarkably saved that car because it was a big hit. Car jumped up.
Not sure what Nestor was thinking there. Clipped the front right tire of Agnesens, and that caused a lockup. Kenny Liebert really lucky there to not be involved too much. Of course, he did lose his position, but
yeah, somebody had to pull out if you're going 3 wide through that chicane. It's not always hard to see. It's not always clear to see from our perspective with just one camera standpoint. But yeah.
That being said, let's have a look at it again.
Yep. If
maybe from the cockpit view.
So he is braking very late. I think it was just 3 cars. I don't really.
I want to have a look at it again.
It's on the inside. He's going too fast, but yeah.
Yeah, it's going really fast, but it didn't really look like he moved off his line.
No, it's very hard to
quite ballsy.
Yeah, but the difference between Yannick Willems and Brian Taletizzi is a bit bigger. At the moment, it was just a couple of moments ago. It was only 0.8. Now it's back to 1.8.
I find it a bit weird to not have had a slowdown after that, or maybe he did have and just cleared it a little bit later.
Yeah, I was.
Nestor de la Fuente.
Yeah, I was thinking the same actually.
Kimba Head says 3 wides through a chicane doesn't work. Well,
no.
Yeah, that's what we just witnessed.
Yeah.
I think only one car went through the chicane, and that was Kenny Liebert. The other ones went also through, but not on the road.
Well, it has to be Lagoon, no?
Lagoon? Maybe. We'll have to get it right this season, and if so, we drink for free. I would never miss an opportunity like that.
Ah.
I'm gonna look for his number and maybe give him a call, and when he doesn't respond, maybe he says his full name in the voicemail, and then we'll have our answer. Sometimes you have to be smart in order to win some free beers. Sam Putteville's now in a 5th position in silver class. 1 second in front of Agnesis. Stéphane Lejoin.
Ooh, I think we might have a look at what happened there, because that's Ken Liebert coming back onto the track. And also De La Fuente is there, and Puttevils is now in third place in silver class.
Let's have a look, because I think they were battling.
Yeah.
And the first crash was Nestor de la Fuente, or they might have not been battling, but it looks like there was a little crash or a spin.
He's
maybe.
spinning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, so unfortunate. He had the overtake there,
Yeah.
and
then
unfortunately spun on his own.
Yeah. Now it's
There's another crash coming in.
Yeah. Sam Puttevils behind De La Fuente at the moment. Oh, that's going. Oof. Ooh. Puttevils very lucky there.
Yeah. Code Brown or Code Diarrhea or whatever you call it.
That was more like a code heart attack.
For someone your age,
Yeah.
but not my age. I'm closer to shitting my pants than to having a heart attack in terms of age. I hope won't be long though.
Now all this means that at the moment Sam Puttevils is in P3. Julien Agnes is back to P4 in silver class. And I believe that Sam Puttevils also was involved in that incident in the first or second corner actually. He was beside the track, I believe, so he's doing a great recovery at the moment.
Yes, Sam Puttevils is really proving that he has the endurance spirit, although he is doing a sprint race, because in the first round, if you recall, he started from the very last position and finished in P2. Right now, he's almost doing the same thing. He also started a little bit more in the back. I think he was P5, P6 maybe, driving a solid podium place right now. And if he doesn't make any mistakes like he did last time, he might move up the podium a little bit more. I don't know if you're reading chat, Ronald, but Anton might be right. You might be close to the age of shitting your pants as well.
Ooh, bit of a slide for Sam Puttevils. I'm just ignoring you guys.
Yeah, I thought so. I just thought you had some hearing problems.
Also.
That's because you have a daughter or 2 daughters?
No, just recycled. Looks to me like we have a fight with Brian Talatizzi as well going on. And Digitraqz had a bit of a moment. He was close. We had an off track, so I guess could be nice to have a replay.
Was close indeed.
Oh!
A little bit too late on the brakes there. Didn't really anticipate too much, and that means that he lost more than half a second on the exit.
I don't know if you noticed, John, but this is lap 45 actually. So might be a nice thing to get back to the leader, and
he'll still have to do one
half a
more lap after this one when he crosses the finish line. Again, a very strong performance for Maarten Dekens. This time it's not Maxime Robrecht in P2, but it looks like Alexis de Klerk will hold on to second position. He has a 15-second gap to Robrecht. Maarten Dekens approaching the Wall of Champions for the penultimate time. Would be a shame if he became a champion by hitting the Wall of Champions. He might become another champion by finishing the race. That's a better opportunity. I didn't see. Yeah, there is a white flag being shown, so that means.
Yeah, that means that
final lap of the race.
Yeah. So maybe we could head back over to Indeed. You are reading my mind just for a moment to check out this battle.
Still 4/10 to make up for Agnesis.
Yeah, he needs a good braking and a good exit.
They might have to do one more lap after this because the leader still has to finish.
Yeah, they should do another one.
That gives one more lap of opportunities to Agnesis. Puttevils will pray that the checkered flag is shown for them, but it isn't. It's the white flag.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that Maarten Dekens is going to be close to the finish as we see him go by the final chicane one more time towards the finish line as a winner once again. Round 2 of the Digitraqz F3 Championship.
Very solid performance.
And Alexis de Klerk as a second.
Alexis de Klerk also took the fastest lap, it seems. For now.
Yeah, correct.
Maxime Robrecht closing off the podium with a third position. Hans Poelmans did take tires this race, and it has shown in his results.
Yeah, Yannick Willems in 5th, as we see Brian Talatizzi and Digitraqz cross the line as well. Thomas Gallois running in 9th place.
Gilles Villeneuve with not the second place like he did last round, but the first place, his first win in the championship.
Yeah.
Matthias Laurès P2.
And
they swap positions.
Yeah, and we're going to have a look at what happened to Julien Agnesis, because this is Sam Puttevils in 3rd place, and 4th is Kenny Liebert.
Liebert. Indeed, I don't see Julien Agnesis on track anymore.
Yeah, we have to go. We can have a replay.
I think everyone has finished, so let's have a look at the replay. still battling with Sam Puttevils here for position. That's
Oh,
on the start.
ooh.
Oh, such
Yeah.
a shame. That's on the start of the
Yeah.
final lap.
Yeah, that's on the
I
exit
think.
of that first section. Oh, what a shame. He was doing a great job. So I guess indeed we can have a look at the results probably soon, as iRacing is calculating everything.
Do you see the results showing up?
We now
Okay,
have,
there they
yes.
are. In silver class, it's Philippars this time taking the win, switching positions with Matheus Laures, who took the win last time. This time he can take the silver medal home. And Sam Puttevils is in the third position. Oh, sorry, I was mistaken. He didn't. Sam Puttevils was second in the last race. It was Matheus Laures taking the win, and Gilles Philippars, who had some bad luck during the race, so he definitely made up for that in this race with a first position. Matheus Laures second, Sam Puttevils third, and then Kenny Liebert, who had the lead during a very long time in this race, who just stepped off the podium with a fourth position. Then the number 69, Nestor de la Fuente, in a fifth position, followed by Jonas Roels, who took the race start from pole position, had some bad luck in the first lap, and still finished in a sixth position, followed by Julien Agnesens and Matthias Jacobs.
Next up, we have the gold results. In P1, it is Maarten Dekens, followed by Alexis de Klerk in P2. P3 is for Maxime Robroek. Hans Poelmans in 4th. Yannick Willems taking P5. Brian Talatidze P6. 7th. Dieter Aerts, Pieter Goossens finishing in 8th. 9th, Thomas Gallois. Tino Alvarez in 10th place, and 11th, Sergio Gonzalez.
Amazing race today again. First round was at Imola. This one, Circuit Gille Villeneuve, the street circuit that proved to show very strong battles, most as well thanks to the slipstream. So a very, very nice race to watch. There's still some rounds to go in this championship. Next round will be in a couple of weeks, in the new year, on the 8th of January at Barcelona, the Spanish Formula One track. After that, we are going to Austria for round 4 at the end of January at the Red Bull Ring. And then we're going back to the Netherlands at Circuit Zandvoort, followed by Interlagos. I think that's in Brazil, but I'm not sure anymore. Round 7 is the final round, and we'll be back in Belgium at Circuit Spa-Francorchamps, a circuit that has proved a lot of very good battles for Formula cars, so that might be a very nice final to watch on the 25th of March 2024, right before the Easter holidays.
Yeah, and I think it's time to have a chat with some people, if you don't mind, Shaw. Or
Absolutely, let's do it.
So let's have a look. Let's see who we've got. We have Maarten Dekens, so let's have a chat with him to start off. Good evening, Maarten, and congratulations on your second win. Yeah, tell us about your race.
Maar ook in het Nederlands natuurlijk, hè, Maarten, als je dat liever hebt.
Ah ja, ça va, merci. Ja, ik had eigenlijk niet verwacht dat ik eerste ging worden, want tijdens de verlopen dagen, de practice, verliep het eigenlijk niet zo vlotjes. Ik kon niet eens een volledige stint uitrijden zonder te crashen. Dus ik ben wel heel blij met het resultaat nu.
Ja, dat is toch wel goed gelukt dan, want ik heb geen enkele crash van u gezien.
Nee, klopt. Wel een slipperke, maar niet rondgegaan of zo. Dus.
Het was wel warm, denk ik, hè, op de baan?
Ja, het was warm, ja. Het was ja, heel gevaarlijk.
Ja, ik zeg het. Ik heb er zelf nog niet veel ervaring mee op iRacing. Dat heeft zich daar net bewezen, want ik moest de baan nog kopen voor de broadcast. Maar die hairpin vlak voor de langstuk straight zag er heel complex uit vandaag. Heel veel mensen dat daar de fout in zijn gegaan.
Ja, daar heb ik ook een paar keer een donnetje gedaan.
Een paar keer in de race of in de practice dan.
Ja, in de race. Niet echt een donut, maar gewoon slippen.
Ja, dat valt wel mee dan. Maar toch best bandenwissel in de pitstops, vermoed ik dan.
Ja, dat heb ik wel gedaan, ja.
Ja. De Hans Poelmans deze keer ook, denk ik. Want
Ja,
die heeft de vorige keer uit de hart van afgezien.
klopt. Ja.
Ja, proficiat nog Maarten met de overwinning. Ik veronderstel dat we jou volgende keer ook wel opnieuw gaan zien.
Ja, sowieso.
Oké, perfect. Dan denk ik dat het misschien ook goed is om eens even met de tweede plaats te spreken in de gold class. I'm going to switch back to English.
Oké.
Merci, Maarten.
Yeah, thank you,
Yo.
Maarten.
Dag.
Goodbye. Good evening, Alexis de Klerk.
Good evening.
So tell us about your race. This it looked like a hot track, slippery track. Still, you managed to get second place. There was a nice fight going on in the first couple of corners and laps. Yeah, tell us about your race.
Yeah, I thought I could get him in the first 3 laps. I knew I had to get him early in the race because the slipstream is the dirtier. In fact, is too damn hot. The tires got really hot very quickly behind him, so I thought I could get him in the qualifying, but I knew getting the second place, I knew if I didn't get him at the start, I wouldn't finish first. But I was hoping with the pit stop, I was hoping for an undercut. I had less fuel at the start, so I thought I could get him, but he was too quick for me. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people struggling with the tires. Actually, a lot of sliding going on. Yeah, indeed. Especially when following another car, we did saw some sketchy stuff happening when braking behind another car and stuff like that. So yeah, you're probably right that if you would have going for an overtake, it should have been done in the first couple of laps, probably indeed. But nevertheless, a nice result again. So strong points for the championship again. And I'm guessing we will see you again next round as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I will be here.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, you've taken a lot of points already. P3 in the first round, P2 right now. You had the fastest lap until the very last lap. I was just checking it. Yannick Willems overtook the point for fastest lap in the very last lap. So that's unfortunate.
I saw that. I was taking risks at the 3 or 4 last laps. I was my delta was positive, so I was pushing for doing the fastest lap, but someone took it from me. That's life.
Yeah,
that's life.
Well, thank you for joining, Alexis. And we will see you again next time.
Yeah, thank you for commentating. Good evening.
Good evening. Let's have a chat with maybe let's try 2 of the Flemish Sim Sports team. We have Gilles Villeneuve, but we also have Hans Poelmans. So first of all, Gilles, congratulations with the win in the silver class. Yeah, you were quite entertaining today, actually.
Yeah, it was. I screwed up my qualifying rounds, so I was last. I think in the second lap I got hit by a car and I had damage on the back. And I think with some luck I drove to the front of the silver pack. But at the end of my first stint, my rear tires were really gone. I think I spun also one time.
Yep.
And then I took a pit stop a little bit earlier, thinking about playing the F1 23 game. If you do it there, you're faster too. So, so I went for an early pit stop, and
Yeah.
then when the other guys came out of the pit, my tires are warm, and it was easy to take them.
Yeah, you
Over
had a
again.
bit of a margin after the pit stops actually, so you didn't really have to push as hard as you did had to do in the first part of the race. And yeah, it was nice to see you slide, and indeed there was a spin, but there was some nice racing going on. So congratulations with that one. And then talking about tires.
Congratulations to Hans.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I shifted the budget from beer to tires.
You're gonna regret that quite quickly.
I already have my beer.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
so you
okay.
don't.
Just cheaper brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so tell us about your race as well, Hans, because yeah, it was a hot track, slippery. You got fourth place behind your teammate. Besides tires, anything else that you changed?
No, actually, Maxime and Marta were able to get a decent, stable setup running for us, and it felt quite good. Just on the last maybe 10 laps of the stint, it began to slide just a little bit, but not that it was uncontrollable. So no, I'm quite happy, and also that it changed the tires this time. It's hot, and the track is indeed difficult.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places where you can gain and lose a lot of time by just taking the corner a little bit different than you could. And the walls are very close, of course, compared to Imola. But I don't think there's major incident that happened. So I think this
Nah,
was a good race.
not much. Nobody
No.
became a champion due to the Wall of Champions.
No.
Oh, I hit it with my back tire once, but
Oh.
just slightly.
Was we had just one. I think we had two cars who hit the wall, but not the walls of champion. But no major stuff, no major crashes. Just in the start, some chaos. But looking at the track, it was a fairly clean start actually, because things can happen can go wrong very quickly in the first couple of corners there.
Yeah, I actually had a code brown in the first lap. With the first two corners, I think we were 3 wide already. I had one crash just in front of me. Just nearly ran over a front bumper,
Yeah.
or front wing. But I didn't take any damage from that, so all good.
Yeah, so
You're one of the lucky ones then.
Yep.
a
For
strong
once.
a strong performance by the team. Not only Maarten, but also Maxime, you, Hans, and then Gilles taking the win. So congratulations again. Thank you for joining, and I guess we will see you both next time as well.
Definitely.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you for
perfect.
hosting.
Cheers, guys. See you on the next one, and
Yes.
happy holidays.
Have a good evening.
Bye. Same.
Cheers.
Goodbye. Now let's have a talk with no, not Hans. I'm dropping Hans out of this chat, and let's have a talk with Matthias Lores. Good evening, Matthias. But Matthias is muted at the moment, and not.
Hey.
There he is. Good evening.
Good evening.
So tell us about your race. It was quite eventful, I believe. There was a fierce battle going on in the silver class. So tell us about it.
It was a difficult race for me. The quali didn't went as I hoped, so I had to start far more back than I wanted to, and then the start was very messy. But after all, it was a good race, and nice battles with Kenny, I think. I don't know the name of Philippe. Yeah, I don't know.
Het is Kenny Liebert and Julia Agnesis, and then I think it was Thomas Galois was in there as well a little bit, but he's in a different class. But and Nestor de la Fuente as well. So a lot of stuff going, and Gilles Philipparts indeed as well. So yeah, there was battles all over the place, and everybody was at some point in third place or something like that. So yeah, it was very nice to see.
Yeah, it was. Plus, the temperature was very high, so it was hard getting the grip in.
Yeah.
In every corner, and every entry of the corner was so important because you had always had a problem if your entry wasn't good because the walls were very close by. So yeah, it was a heavy one.
Well, so I guess you are quite happy with the result in the end. So congratulations with second place, and we will probably see you again next time.
Yes, of course.
Okay, perfect. So have a good evening, Matthias, and once more, congratulations.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Now let's have a chat with Sam Puttevils. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, both.
So we were just talking to Matthias and explaining. Okay, this was I think in silver class the battles were all over the place. It was everything was changing almost all the time, especially going towards the pit stops and just behind after the pit stops as well. So tell us about how did you experience this race?
Yeah, first of all, I don't know what's going on with me and this series, always starting from the back again. I had at least not a bad qualifying, but also a best. Started somewhere in the middle of the field, and then the first corner there where the rampage happened. I have to start fully from the back again, and I wasn't so sure that I would make it till the top 3, but then, like you guys said, there were so many things happening over there, and some crashes, and eventually, luckily, I made it still to the top 3.
Yeah.
So still happy about it.
Yeah, because at the start it was you as well, I believe, who had to take evasive action, and then you ended up in the grass, a little bit entangled with another car. I think it was you as well, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. Christophe was back with me again, and he told me stay at the left. There's a big wreckage in the middle. So I stayed at the left, and the car in the middle just came fully at the left and took me with him. So yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be the slightest slide or mistake in that mid pack in that corner is probably always going to take out or involve multiple cars as well. But so you were quite lucky not to have too much damage, I guess, as well.
Well, I didn't have a lot. Just my front wing was apparently broken. So I came in for the fast repair, and luckily it was just that. So I could have had still a little bit pace, but luckily there is still that fast repair though.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, congratulations on the podium, and we hope to see you again next round.
Yeah, I would love to be there as well. It's one of my favorite tracks, so hope to do better there.
Well,
if I were you, I would start at the back and just.
Well, it is paying off.
Maybe you would jinx it and start at the front and finish at the back. So
can you imagine? Well, seeing that it's already 2 times that I start from the back and get to the podium, and maybe it's a sign.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's a skill like no other.
So, we'll see you next time, Sam. Congratulations again, and have a good evening, and enjoy the podium, I would say.
Thank you. Have a good evening as well, and thank you for the broadcast again.
No problem.
No worries. Cheers.
See you guys.
Goodbye. So, and now that's the end of the interviews. I really enjoyed this race. There was most of the action was happening in silver class this time around, but I guess next time it can be in gold as well, probably. What I really noticed is Yannick Willems doing the fastest lap. That's a nice one.
Exactly.
In this,
On the very final lap,
yeah.
he took the fastest lap by just a couple of hundredths of a second,
indeed.
not even a tenth. So very close call, but did manage to get an extra point because of that.
Yeah.
So that can come in handy towards the championship standings.
Indeed, and every point is important. We have seen championships won or lost with about maybe 1 point, even half a point. I'm not sure, but yeah. So every point is important. I would say thank you, Jean, for joining the commentating booth again with me. I really enjoyed this race and looking forward to the next one. So I hope you will do as well.
Absolutely, with pleasure. And I can only say I'm looking forward to the next race and, of course, towards the holidays. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever to everyone, and see you very soon.
Yes, indeed. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next race, and then we will find out who will take the win in gold class, in silver class, and what is the name of Stefan. Of how do you pronounce the name of Stefan? So
you can always give us some tips.
Yeah, that's a major
we will share the beer.
Yeah, a major cliffhanger for next race. So guess the name. See you all next time. Have a good evening.